Well, bottom line, I'm glad we came up with a win. It didn't get off to a very good start, and they're one big hit away from really putting us in a hole. We were down 7-3. They had the bases loaded and Ironman up, and Lee got him to hit into a double play. Kind of kept us right there. Then we punched in a run and cut it to 3, and then obviously got a couple of big hits there that had the big 5-run inning, and it really was a game of, we had to find a guy that could stop them and throw the ball over the plate and pitch a little bit. And Bolden didn't do it, and Losky didn't do it, and Lee didn't do it. Lee did get the double play ball. Other than that, it didn't go real good for him. And then Ramage came in and slowed him down for almost a couple innings, and then Reindl, he did slow him down. They got one hit off of him, and that was in the ninth inning, the ball that flared over the shortstop's head. So really good to get Jake rolling. It was good to see our team battle back. We've been down a lot this year. Probably from the stands, it looked like we weren't into it. We were. They were just taking it to us a little bit. And, baseball, sometimes it can drive you crazy as a coach. But told the team I was proud of them for finding a way to get it done. But, we definitely need to work on a few things.
You finished up 9-1 in these 10 games in the state. What do you just kind of think about where you guys are headed right now?
Well, we've got a good team, obviously, so we're going to find a lot of different ways to win games. We play good at home. I think we play pretty good on the road. We just first 2 conference series on the road. You're talking Florida and Ole Miss, 2 pretty good teams, and we played a couple good games at each place. But there was one game, in my opinion, we gave away, and I'm just proud of them for playing so well this last couple of weeks. We went on the road for 2 weeks. Now we got to stay home for a couple of weeks, and we went on a pretty good run. And I feel like we kind of got caught back up, and now we got to go. We got to go. Take on Mississippi State in their own ballpark, and hopefully we'll play well.
Think of Martin in the leadoff hole today and the home run he had there.
Well, he's done a really good job. I mean, I just put him there a few games back, and we let him hit leadoff all fall, because I see him as a leadoff hitter. He fits the profile anyway, at least with the speed, and he's got power, obviously. But I think he's done a tremendous job. Obviously, tonight he had a great night. He had a walk, a couple of hits, 3 or 4 RBIs, home run, and he's just a threat. And I like him there.
When Ramage came in, it looked like you had things to say to the team. Can you remember what the gist?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what I said to him. I said, look, here's the way it's going to go. We're probably going to, until we find somebody to stop them, we're going to go 1 inning at a time. We may use 5 or 6 pitchers. We just need to slow them down a little bit. And I told Ramage, I said, I don't know how many hitters you're going to get. You may get this inning and next, but that's probably going to be it. And then we're going to go to the next guy. And then once we caught up, we gave the ball to Jake, and we said, hey, we'll change our strategy now because we caught him and we took the lead. And but if we would have played from behind, we would have just probably gone an inning here, an inning there with guys and see if we could catch up. And, when we gave ourselves a chance to win the game, we went with Jake.
Go ahead. Ironman's been tough on y'all, and y'all got him tonight. Was there something different you tried?
I don't know. I remember 2 years ago here he went 5 for 5 with a couple of home runs. And then he had a pretty good, regional here, obviously. I mean, he saved him in, I think he liked hitting here. I think he hit a walk-off against Oklahoma State with 2 outs. And then obviously against us, he hit the game-winning home run for the most part. So, maybe he's slumping a little bit. I saw he's just sitting around 300, and, he's better than that. I'm sure he'll turn it on here, but it's hard to say. It's the way the game works a little bit.
How big was it for Jake to back up that last outing he had with tonight?
It was big for him, and I think it was big for us as coaches and the players getting to see him pitch well back-to-back. So it's kind of like, hey, it looks like he's back.
How much Saturday or Sunday for him, do you think?
Yeah, I talked to Coach about that at the end of the 8th, and we feel like he'll definitely be able to go Saturday. And honestly, he threw 50 pitches, right at 50 pitches. He could probably go Friday an inning or 2 or a hitter if we needed him, but, I'm thinking more towards the weekend.
What have you seen from Mississippi State this year?
Well, just from watching them, watched a couple of their games or parts of them and some video, They still have pretty much the same amount of talent they've always had. They're probably just not as deep on the mound or in that bullpen, but they've got good players. You know, there was high expectations there this year. Obviously, had a shake-up in the coachings with the head coach and kind of threw them for a loop, and they got off to a bad start. They've slowly rebounded. You know, they beat Ole Miss a couple weeks ago at their place, and they had a chance to beat Auburn, win that series. They had a 4-run lead in the 7th and gave it up on, I guess it was Sunday, to lose that series. So they're like every team in our league. They're dangerous. They're good. They've got good players, and, you know, you just got to go play.
They're one of the schools that's either renovating or building a new ballpark. You anxious to see what that looks like?
I'm anxious to see what $55 million can do when you don't have to redo the surface or anything. I mean, it's going to be spectacular when it's done, from what I've seen in the videos. But they've got the bottom bowl done, and they're working on the upper, and they still have a lot of things to do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the new ballpark and kind of how it plays.
Do you think your players are a little extra fired up to play against Missouri State, considering what they did to you guys last year?
I didn't really sense it. You know, I just think that every time we play them, it seems like it gets a little crazy. But you know, I mean, it's a new year, and you know, I just didn't sense that there wasn't a whole lot of hollering and screaming and cheerleading in our dugout. I can tell you that.
With your rotation this weekend, seeing what Isaiah did on Saturday, does that give you a little more confidence there, especially on Sunday, with what you have with your rotation? Yeah,
I mean, you know, you got to have 3 guys that can start the games for you on a 3-game series, obviously, and hopefully get you into the 4th or 5th inning. And you know, I think it was big for Isaiah, obviously, mentally, for him to go out and pitch on a kind of a tough day to pitch. It was cold and windy, and you know, I think, you know, he saw what Murphy did, and he probably just, that gave him some confidence and thought, hey, if I can throw the ball down in zone, move it around a little bit, I can get him out too, and he did. And you know, hopefully he'll just keep getting better, because we know when his stuff's on, he's pretty good. So I'm still hoping that his better days are in front of him here, and you know, maybe he can be a guy that can really pick us up in the second half.
Dave, you had too many, like, 2 freshmen like Kerstead and Martin do what they're doing. I mean, they got 17 homers.
No, I meant not on a power. I've had a couple when I was at Nebraska that could really run. One of them could really hit. They both hit. They both. One of them ended up playing in the big leagues. You know, one of them would have, but he blew his knee out 3 times, and it was, you know, that's just the way it went. But to have 2 guys that are dynamic like that, you know, that bring so much to a lineup as young as they are. You know, Martin's got the speed, but he also has power. Kerstad's such a threat, and he uses the whole ballpark to hit. And I guess what's been fun to watch is that they really haven't gone into that severe slump. You know, even when you start to think, there goes the freshman, he's starting to fade a little bit, bang, they'll have a good day and they'll bounce back. And so they've both done a nice job mentally of hanging in there, because this is a tough league. It can beat you up a little bit.